A good question, and I'm just speaking to Simi Werunga, who is a security analyst, and he terms it as a terrible security lapse. And that's what he says. However, the Office of the Government spokesperson is responding to that, and he says that, and I'll read the tweet verbatim, he says that an individual stepped in front of the presidential motorcade during the presidential tour at Lucky Summer in Nairobi County. Now, the individual is a citizen who was only excited to see the motorcade. His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta, we wish to allay any fears that the president's security was under threat. You be the judge. Let's move on. President Uhuru Kenyatta is increasingly entrusting key government positions and major development projects to current and former military and intelligence officers as he continues to shape his legacy. Now, the president appears to credit the military discipline and intelligence of the officers to help him deliver on his promise to you. And as our senior political affairs reporter Chris Thairu explained, some security experts have supported the president's move, saying he is not militarizing the country, but is keen on service delivery.
Since taking over during his second term, President Uhuru Kenyatta has faced criticism of militarizing key government institutions, the latest being transferring the Kenya Meat Commission to the Kenya Defence Forces. And despite the High Court having halted the takeover of KMC in February this year,
let us appreciate His Excellency the President.
On Monday, the president was busy relaunching the Athi River-based facility, which is still under the military, and ordered that farmers be paid within 72 hours after delivering animals to the facility.
If all of us in Kenya operated and behaved and loved and served their country in the manner in which our Kenya Defence Forces does, Kenya would be today a great country. And we all have a big lesson to learn.
His love and determination for the KDF to control major development projects in his legacy does not stop there. Recently, KDF was mandated to rehabilitate more than 22 locomotives to increase the capacity in preparation for operations along the Longonot-Malaba meter gauge railway section and the Nakuru-Kisumu line, which is under rehabilitation. The president also commissioned an operational vehicle and engineering equipment unit at the Thika Barracks, where the KDF will be rehabilitating government vehicles, a move the president says will save the taxpayers millions of shillings. On the other hand, the Kenya Navy engineers continue to enhance the capability of maritime-related infrastructure and vessels. The small army factory that was recently commissioned by the president at a cost of 4 billion shillings will also be under the Kenya Defence Forces.
Mimi, I am not militarizing anything. I am using reliable Kenyan citizens to fulfill my agenda for this republic. And the KDF are part of us.
And the president says this is not about to stop.
Hongera KDF, hongera, hongera KDF, hongera, hongera, hongera kwa kusimama imara kwa niaba ya wananchi wa Kenya.
Security experts say the president is within his mandate to reorganize his government and ensure that he delivers his legacy projects.
The president has had a look at a legacy and how best to manage the affairs of this country. And fairly much we know for certain that he's had to be let down in most parts. And the country is, literally at war. Not purely because of the real war fighting, like, let's say, against the threats like terrorism, but against the other ills that the country is fighting right now.
Apart from the projects, the president has been picking both serving and retired military officers to work in civilian positions. Some of the military men serving Kenyans away from the barracks include NMS Director General Major General Mohammed Badi, Kenya Bureau of Standards Managing Director Lieutenant Colonel Retired Bernard Njeraini, Kenya Meat Commission CEO Brigadier James Githiga, Chairman of the Kenya Ports Authority Retired General Joseph Kibwana, and who served as Kenya's Chief of General Staff, Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission CEO Twalib Mbarak, PS State Department of Public Works Major General Retired Gordon Kihalangwa, Government Spokesperson Colonel retired Cyrus Oguna, Kenyan chairman, former Chief of Defense Forces Samson Mwadhedhe, Nairobi Water and Sewerage Company chairperson Major General Andrew Ikenye, Kenya Wildlife Service Director General Brigadier John Waweru, and Kenya Railways Board Chairman Major General retired Pastor Awita.
The military takes you through a hothouse of character development, which basically burns into your brain and into your attitudes that make the men and women that the president is certainly looking at right now in terms of the war fighting against the ills affecting the society.
The president has been wearing military outfit quite often. For him, donning the attire is one way of identifying with his soldiers, sending a message that he is one of them and boost their morals as the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. Chris Thairu, KTN News, Nairobi.
Away from that, county governments have the potential of funding over 50% of